So, welcome back, right? So, this fire ant energy, right? Um, and I think you might be able to feel it, right? The energy associated with this is, aggression, being rigid, even though it's you're sensitive. It talks about being disciplined and how most of us, like the collective, or who we mix with, we're mostly attracted to gossip and all them kind of things, right? And so, what the card is doing, right, with some other messages that I've got, as you know, I will do it, right? The universe, it works like the internet. It whatever you vibrate at, the universe is straight back at you. So if you're vibrating at these kind of things, it's going to be straight back at you. So the first thing that I've got this morning is somebody slept in. But the message with that one is no matter what triggers you, if something triggers an emotion in you, be grateful for it, right? You won't be at first, but you do eventually understand it. So you've someone slept in. So are you grateful for that, right? Um, and also for people who are not understanding my Japanese very good, right? Or for the things that you don't, the things that you get that you think I never put that out. I don't do that energy. I haven't been in that energy. That's not my intention. Do you know what I mean? And the song come in my head, Return to Sender, right? Which is address unknown, no such vibe here. I'm in my zone. That's all you have to think about that, and that takes care of that. Right. Anyway, um as I was coming halfway up the stairs earlier, right, I had forgot as usual, always forgetting I had to go back down to get something, because it's saving energy in the long run, isn't it? And the grand old, the grand old Duke of York come in me head, and which I just rolled my eyes at. Now he had 10,000 men, right, and he marched them up the top of the hill, up down the bottom, but down it. He marched them up, he was marching them up and down again and again, right? And when they were halfway up, they didn't know where they were, right? He's just marching them all over, right? So, a bit like our emotions. So, there's a slight message to this that someone has to go, you have to go down and revisit something. It's to bring it up to the surface. That's all. It's nothing major. It's a little feeling or another bit of knowledge that's buried within you. It's another piece of the jigsaw, some clarity, so that you can move forward, right? And it looks like it's gonna shower again, so we might get a shower of these things coming into us. So before coming upstairs, right, I was in the garden and the sky was blue. Right now, me personally, I try not to go out if it's that really dark grey, overcast, chemtrail, poison sky. I try not to. Anyway, there was a cloud that might be something. Anyway, it was a small cloud, and then the sun flooded back in, and I thought, oh, it just flew in. The sun shines on the righteous. Now, how many times have you said that in your life? You just say it, don't you? You just go with no feeling, really, because you don't really believe it, but it flies in, right? And then it flies out. And so, what if you did believe that? You know what I mean? The next time that one of your guides, angels, whatever you believe in, when they throw that in again, because they're always throwing stuff in, right? Just take notice what you're doing or thinking about, because that's what they want you to believe about. And at that time, I, you know, I I was only mowing the bloody grass, right, for air. This was my intention, because it's all about your intentions, right? I was mowing it for air and sun, and to sort my brain out, to try to understand something that had triggered my ego a little bit, because you end up with none really, hardly, and so it made me think, and I got to where how we can presume that our intentions are the same as others, right? Or that they will understand my intentions. You know what I mean? Sometimes you think you should just be able to read my mind. That's that's how you get. That's how you get. Like you should just know this anyway. And that feeling is because it is coming, right? And it's coming to all of you, right, who have slept in, and you're waking up. When you wake up, when you slept in, you're startled, aren't you? You're going to be startled. The sun is shining on the righteous, it really is. It's shining on you if you've got stuff happening. And and as I was making the notes for this, I just got the notification that it said it's a fast track. So it is, and that's what you're on. It's a fast track, and I couldn't remember what it was, and it's come back up again. It's a fast track application, right? So that's what you're on. Your vibes are going to come straight back to you. This is what I have to say. That your vibe, just remember, your vibe's going to come straight back at you. You learn to be grateful for any triggers, but not at first. No, because you think you don't, deserve them. And also what happens is the ego stands right in front of everything, right? You have to get past that ego. You have to retrain it. And that's the Grand Old Duke of York, right? That's what your ego's like. I wonder why that song, right? Right, this Grand Old Duke of York, right? He just thinks he can march everyone up and down at will. You know what I mean? He's in that in charge ego, but it's now to do with him, right? It's only to do with you.